name is Deyson Ortiz, and since 1993 I've helped clients produce videos for their video presentations. And my goal is to teach as much as what I've learned over the years with you. So today I'm going to start with teaching you how I use compound clips and then how it can help you save time and make your video edits much faster. So anyway, let's get started inside of Final Cut Pro. So first thing we need to do is open up Final Cut Pro. And what I did now is I dropped the video inside of Final Cut Pro onto the timeline. So this is just the straight video that I got that came right out of the camera. I haven't done anything to it. So before I start editing, before I start trimming things down and cutting things out, what I like to do is I like to create a series of compound clips. So let me get started. So the first thing I like to do is I like to right mouse click and then click on New Compound Clip. So I do this first before I start doing my edits and click on that. And then what I like to do is I relabel clip to, first thing I call it Foundation. So this is going to be my Foundation compound clip. This one I leave alone. I do not touch it. I leave it completely alone, untouched. And for the reason for this is in case something happens or I need to make a little change, I have that which I can go to and change later. So pretty much Foundation, I leave it alone. So I call that, I create that into a compound clip. And then on top of that, I'm going to create a new compound clip. I'm going to call this one Audio Sweeten. And then on top of that one, I'm going to create a new compound clip. I'm going to call it Breath Removal. Breath and filler, filler removal. Okay. And then on top of that, I'm going to create a new compound clip and I'm going to call this one Color Correction. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually go through the steps and I'm going to explain how this can help with your edits. So first thing I want to do is I want to go and I'm going to sweeten the audio. So I'm going to double click. So what you do is you double click on this little icon or on any of the words in the top part of your clip, and that's going to open up your compound clip. So if I click on here, double click, it's going to open up my color correction compound clip. If I click again, it's going to open up my breath and filler removal compound clip. And then click again, it's going to open up my audio sweeten compound clip. So with that, I just select the clip, the compound clip. I open up my inspector. And now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to mess with the audio. So this is just demonstration purposes. I'm not going to do my actual sweetening where I use all my plugins and different techniques on how to improve the audio. I can do that in a different video. So for now, I'm going to bring the audio down just so you can see it here in the timeline. You see I brought the audio down. Maybe add a little EQ just to play around, just so you get an idea. Like I said, this is not an actual sweeten. I'm just randomly doing some changes. And maybe I'll turn on the noise removal. Anyways, so that's the audio sweeten. Once I finish with that, I can go back and I can go in. I'm going to remove. What I like to do is I like to bring her breaths, or any edit I do, I like to bring the breaths down and I like to completely remove any ums or any filler words. So I'm just going to randomly go in here and I'm just going to select in and out points and just kind of mute them out. And in future videos, I'm going to show you a technique on how to create keyboard shortcuts. So by using one keyboard shortcut, I can actually do maybe up to 5 or more steps all at one time. So that's using a combination of another tool, but I'll show you how to do that in future videos. And that's a huge time saver, but I'll show you that in more detail in a future video. So for right now, I'm just going to go and randomly bring the audio down. So I'm going to pretend these are just breath removals, and I'm just bringing down the audio of the breaths and removing the ums. So anyway, I'm just going to randomly do that here, just add a little bit more here. Okay, and then I'm going to go in here into color correction, and I'm going to do some color correction. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm not going to open up my scopes or anything. I'm just doing something very random, nothing really finessed. just for demonstration purposes. So for this color correction, actually I'm going to bring it down, make it, actually bring the saturation a little bit up, and actually bring the saturation a little higher. And that's it. And what I actually want to do is I want to center her up a little bit more. So what I do is I'm going to center the video a little bit. And since it's shot at 4K, I have enough room to actually scale it without losing resolution. And I'm going to rotate it a little bit. And there's more things I do, and I can show in future videos of all the different steps I do to get a really good looking video. So that's it. And in future videos, I'll show you different things I do to fix the lens distortion and things like that. So for right now, I'm just doing something really rough just to show you the power of compound clips. So now I'm going to go back to my main timeline. And as you can see here, you see all the color correction, all the audio sweetening that I had done in my compound clips. So now what I can do is I can start editing the video. So let's say I'm just going to randomly cut here some things. I'm going to cut here some other things. And I'm going to cut here some clips. I'm just randomly doing things. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Just randomly cutting things away. And here's, so on a full video, on a full real edit, you're going to have maybe tons of edits, maybe even possibly hundreds of edits. So I'm going to add a transition here. So I have my transitions and all that, all my edits. And sometimes what we do is when we add filters, effects, color corrections, and we want to make a change, we make a change to one clip, and then we copy the attributes and then paste it to the other parts, or do remove attributes and then paste attributes. And that can be a little bit of a pain. So what I do with the power of compound clips is if I double click in here, and let's say I go to my color correction and I'm just going to, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to really boost it up like that. You know, just so you can see what I'm talking about. And if I go back to my main timeline, that happens to all my edits. So I don't have to do any copy and remove, or remove attributes and then paste attributes and copy and paste attributes or anything like that. And that also works for my, if I double click in here and if I go into my audio sweeten, let's say I'm going to bring now the audio up to 0. And in future videos, I'm going to go into more detail on how I do my audio sweetening to get a really sweet sound. So for now, I'm just going to bring the audio up so you can see it here. I'm going to actually bring it a little louder so you can really peeking at reds, demonstration purposes. But now if I go back, you'll see all that happen to all my clips. So I hope this video helps. I know this is something that a lot of us do use, but maybe somebody out there is not using it. And this, I believe, will be a huge time saver and make your edits a lot easier. So anyway, please let me know what you think of these videos. Do you like them? Do you want more? Do you have any questions? And let me know. I hope to have more videos for you. And if you have any questions or comments, please visit my website at motionmastertemplates.com or Deyson.com. Thank you, and have an amazing day. Please be sure to visit motionmastertemplates.com for over 100 templates for Final Cut Pro. Click on Browse All Templates, and then you can search and look for the template that is right for you. Also, please be sure to go to Categories and click on Free to look at all the free templates you can download on the website. If you have any questions, please be sure to contact me. Thank you, and have an amazing day.